Step into the Incense and Whiskey sanctuary with mindfulness enthusiasts and verified whiskey lovers, Mecca and Ashley, as they discuss all the random topics they love, from mindfulness to memes. This is Ashley.
And this is Mecca.
Welcome to the Incense and Whiskey sanctuary. Sanctuary.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
This episode of Incense and Whiskey
Yes.
is going to be our 2021 finale.
Yes.
2021 has been an amazing year.
I'd agree.
And this end of the year review is us talking about certain highlights of the year, but then also, what do you want to do for 2022?
Yes. Let's talk about it.
So, well, it started in January, just like everybody else. They started in January. I took a trip to DC for a doctor's appointment, and it was like watching a real live version of the Boston Tea Party with my very own eyes.
You're talking about January 6th.
Yes.
And wait, you were there? You were in DC when that happened?
Okay, so I was on the plane.
Oh, I see.
I didn't even understand what was going on when I was on the plane. I just saw that there was a ton of Trumpers with their hats on, and they were like refusing to put their mask on. The pilot had to get on the overhead microphone a couple times and tell people that we basically wasn't going to fly out until they did what they asked them to do.
Wow.
So that happened, right? And we go from that situation to then the Hunger Games. It was like the Hunger Games were trying to get a vaccination.
Oh, yes, the Hunger Games. I was like, where are we going with this analogy?
Yeah.
Yes,
it was
yes.
like the Hunger Games. So
Trying to get vaccinated. I would agree.
Should you get vaccinated? I'm not getting vaccinated.
And remember when we were all trying to figure out, like, who has the vaccination?
Who had the best
How can you get on the list?
Yes.
And now it's like, please take this vaccination.
Right. Take a third. Because the first one really didn't work, so we need you to take another one.
Dang. But for real, though, we need you to take the vaccination. Take the doses.
Take these doses. But yeah, so, I don't know, it was a weird start. So that happened kind of the first quarter.
Yeah.
What about you?
First quarter, I would say the same. It was like, I remember hearing that there were people running around the Capitol, and I remember turning on the news and seeing and thinking, is the building on fire? Or, what's going on? It was just pure chaos. And I remember thinking, this is an attack, on the country and on, those institutions and what we know as been historically stable, essentially. Yeah. But anyway, yes, it was chaos, and then you're right. I remember not being able to figure out where I could get the vaccination. Am I going to Costco? And I did, but some people were going to legit doctor's offices and getting there or what have you. But yeah, I remember that. That
was pretty interesting. Okay, so then you move over past February. Let's say that was February, March, April. Of doing that.
Yeah.
And then we head over to the summer. So what does summertime look like for us? Summertime for me was actually interesting. I had something planted. I had a seed that I wanted to plant early on February of 2022. And I kind of just resurrected it this summer, and I opened up a meditation studio.
Yeah. So
that was my summer. I spent, a good 2 to 3 months just really diving in and renovating it to create a space that represented what I wanted to see and what I wanted to offer. Mm-hmm. So that was completely new for me. It was huge. Fun. It was scary.
Amazing. Congratulations.
It happened.
All the things, yeah.
Yep. Elevated meditation studio. So that was my summer, and that is my now fall and winter because I gotta get it cracking. We gotta get people up in there and get this meditation on. So it's been fun. It's been really fun. I mean, there's a lot of things that happen in between.
Of course, we're getting like the Cliff Notes.
You get the Cliff Notes, yeah. I did travel this year. I mean, I know people are not telling people that they travel, but
they're not.
Because I mean, I don't know. It's too.
Tell the people, where did you travel, Mecca? Tell us where you went.
Let's see. Okay, so I went to Asheville this year. I went to Martha's Vineyard this year.
Yes.
I also went to Paris this year.
Yes.
I went to San Diego. Nashville. Yeah.
So Mecca was out here in these streets.
Safely.
Highways and byways. Safely. Airways.
Yeah.
Safely,
I try to have my main theme for the year, but then I had some little, surprise guests that showed up.
Okay.
The trips with a surprise guest. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So then, we ended the year out. We just rounded it out with life. Right?
Life.
Yeah.
So, I think it's time to tell the people, Mecca, my summer had a baby.
Woo!
Had a baby.
You should have had a baby. A whole human being.
I did. I had a whole human being in the summer of 2021, y'all. Pandemic babies. I don't know what. I guess it's going to be generation pandemic.
You had a baby in July.
I had a baby in July, and that has become, as you said, my fall, winter. Who sings that song? Winter, spring, summer, and fall.
I don't know that song, Ashley.
Okay, y'all act like you didn't hear me
What
say
song?
that. But yes, I had a baby, and it's been a great experience, and.
Beautiful.
It's been every month. It's been really fun to watch what happens next.
How do you feel as a mom?
How do I feel as a mom? I feel this enormous joy and happiness from this new relationship and this human and watching that human grow and become their own person. I feel really grateful that I had the privilege of the experience of becoming pregnant and carrying my child to full term, and all the positive things that came from that, the growth that I experienced as a person, the comfort with setting boundaries more often, protecting my peace and not feeling any guilt or shame about that. A lot of positive has come out of the experience, so I'm really grateful that I got the honor to become my mom.
I mean, if all the things that you're saying sound amazing. I've heard these things before. What are some things that have been challenging?
I think it's been challenging to really see in action. I think I think people come into certain experiences kind of knowing, like, I need to be prepared for this, or it's going to be rough in this point or in this way.
Right.
I think coming to the revelation that it's okay, like, whatever I choose to do is going to be okay, and however I choose to prepare is going to be okay, and the growth that comes from that. Yeah.
I agree.
So that was summer.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a whole lot, actually.
So what else happened in 2021?
Let's see. What I did not say is that not only did I open up the meditation studio, but I also really leaned into playing the gong, performing the gong, performing with other instruments like the singing bowls and drums. So I really leaned into that. And then, along the way, I kind of second guessed and became a little unsure, like, oh my God, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Like, it's almost like jumping off the cliff and then be like, wait, where's my parachute? And I said, just forget it. I'm already here. Keep going.
Okay.
And one thing that sometimes if I'm a little unsure about something, of course I meditate and I listen and I wait. But I'm like, is there a message that I just can't hear? And sometimes you have to pick the right vessel to be able to give you that message. And there's a few people that I do trust to be a vessel in me finding out information that I'm just need confirmation on. So this one particular person, you know, I'm going through a reading, just kind of talking about what my concern is. And we actually spent probably 3 or 4 days just really just digging into a few things. And it was such a great session, but at the end it was so funny. She just kept saying, she was like, wait, do you sing? And I was like, oh God, I wish I could. And then the same day, this person that I'm seeing we were talking about something, and he was like, oh, do you sing? And I was like, only in the shower.
Yes.
And so that came back to back. And I've heard this so many times because I feel like people sometimes hear my voice and they're like, oh, she has a nice voice. But I'm not like a singer. But I do love to sing. So short of this is, I was like, oh, I wish I could. This is the person that's giving me this intuitive reading. And she was like, I just keep hearing that you're supposed to sing. Your voice, you're supposed to sing your song, whatever that is, you know, you're supposed to incorporate that with your sound healings. And I was like, what? I was like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
That's not going to work out.
That's not going to work out.
We're going to get Janae over here and she going to do this. So I was like, all right. And she was like, then a couple of days later, she was like, well, you know, all singing is controlling your stomach, right? We all can sing. Some people just do it very well, and some people just have to be trained at it.
Interesting.
And I said, oh my God, you're so right. You're so right. How many times have we seen someone that is a trained singer that sounds okay, that can carry a note? Then we see people that have this amazing voice and it's effortless. Yeah. I don't want to name any artist, right? But you know the difference between someone that is they can carry a note and their voice is good for that song, and someone that can just sing ABCD and sound amazing, right? Yeah. So I was like, oh yeah, I never thought about that. And the thing is, I am the type of person that if I don't know something, I'll go learn it. I never have let me not knowing a thing stop me. I mean, I started designing aprons. I've never taken a fashion design school class, understanding patterns. I was like, I didn't know how to sew at the capacity that I was when I started. But it didn't stop me. I learned what I needed to learn, and it came from there. So I'm like, yeah, I can learn to sing. Mind you, I'm like, but all I want to do is how can I incorporate that into my sound baths? She's like, I don't know that part. I just know this is the message that I'm getting. Okay. And it's not rocket science. And I was like,
it's not rocket science.
That's all I kept saying. I was like, wait, there's so many people out there that use vocal coaches. I was like, but don't they just use that so they can kind of control their voice? So you know what I did? I signed up for, I love this guy, Steve Mackey's vocal coach class. Yeah. And then, you know, I already have master class. Yeah. And Christina Aguilera has, and I love her voice, and I love how effortless it is, and how she explains. I mean, I don't think I ever dived into this arena or whatever, but for the last couple of weeks, I've actually been I know, Ashley's looking at me wait, what?
Singing? What's happening?
I mean, I have to do these assignments.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to
vocal assignments.
Yeah, vocal assignments.
Walk around the house saying something 50 times.
Yeah, and then you have to submit your work.
Wow. So are you recording yourself and listening to it back? Yeah. Are you noticing any changes at this point?
I won't even listen afterwards. I get so nervous.
You don't listen to it back?
No, I will though.
Okay.
You know, it's something fun that I've always liked to do, but I've never wanted. I like to be a karaoke queen. Okay. I want to be the person that everybody's picking a song, and then they just don't think that you know what you're doing, and then you just come in and blow the house. You remember Ashley? Remember this episode?
So wait, you shouldn't have your own individual episode of The Voice on here?
Wait, you know, I remember this episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when Ashley just came out of nowhere and started singing Respect.
Oh yes,
and everybody's wait a minute, she got a voice? What? That's what I'm gonna be doing.
She's trying to bust it out, y'all.
She busted it out. Y'all gonna be oh hell no.
That's exciting though. I'm excited for you going after your singing aspirations, getting the vocal lessons, trying to be legit about it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like anything that you want to know, you figure it out. I've always been that way, so I don't know why. I guess I looked at singing as a gift, and if it was, that was just a gift that I didn't get, so I didn't think that this was something I needed to enhance.
That's really cool. You know what you're like making me think of?
What?
So that's like what happened in 2021, and it makes me think of like what kind of cool things would you want to do in 2022?
What kind of cool things?
Or
what
just
do you want to do
in general? What would
2022?
you want to do in 2022?
Oh wow. I want to expand Elevated Meditation Studio, and that expansion looks like having like just really normalizing meditation, normalizing it the same way we go to the gym, we go get our nails done, we go do this every 2 weeks or once a week, however many times a week we do these things. But I really want to normalize meditation. I know we talked about it so much on this podcast, and when we started this podcast, I did not think that was going to open up a meditation studio.
Yeah.
And sound has been the vessel for me that has really guided me into wanting to do this more, right? So if I can offer that and share that with other people so they can really the reason why I keep saying normalizing meditation is because as a collective, if we actually stopped and really gave our mind a reset, and I don't care if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, close your eyes. You don't have to create a whole scene like you would at the studio, but just keep that in your day-to-day life.
Yeah.
Your world and outlook will be so much different. Like a lot of things that we have trouble with in the U.S. would be eliminated.
That's a big statement.
Or at least decreased.
Okay.
It would be. Like, I mean, people, you could talk to someone, they probably had a massage. Oh, I had a massage, 3 years ago. I really like those. Okay, well, why don't you do it every week? Oh, I just don't have time. It's almost saying, like, I don't have time to brush my teeth and wash my face. All I got time to do is be a workhorse.
Wow.
And that's not what we was put up. That's not why we're here. That's not why we're here. We are here to experience life and to bring the collective together.
Yeah. Leave it a little bit better than we found.
I went all the way down this whole road. What do you want to do for 2022?
2022. Okay, so this is a little bit silly. So in 2022, I want to stop using the word just.
Just, okay.
In sentences. J-U-S-T.
Okay, give me an example.
For example, I'm just calling you for fill in the blank. I just want to check blah, blah, blah.
What does that just represent?
I think the just is a way for me to say, I don't want to infringe upon your time, your space, whatever. I don't feel like I can or should be asking this question right now, but I need to ask the question, or I want to ask the question.
It's like a cushion before the punch?
Yeah, that's a good way to characterize it.
Okay, like a feather before the...
Yeah, so when I was in high school, I had a friend in one of my classes mark up a paper for me, and she commented on how frequently I use the word just in my sentences, and she said, just say what you want to say.
She used the word just to say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she said, go back and read the sentence. If you have the word just in it and you just read the sentence back and take it out of the sentence, have you lost anything?
Oh.
Like, there's nothing, I mean,
it's not adding
value. It's not a necessary word. And she would just say what you want to say. So in 2022, I think that's the gist of it. I just want to say what I want or need to say.
I think that's important.
I think I just said
I like that. I want to be able to say what I want to say, mean it, and not give any explanation behind it.
Yeah, I think
because
that's exactly
just
right.
To me is the explanation.
Yes. So that's what I want to do in 2022, or at least one of the things I want to do.
One of the things. I think that's noble.
Yeah. It's a simple thing.
It's simple.
I wouldn't call it noble, but
I mean, noble because what you're doing is you're taking the explanation out of anything that you say.
There you go.
That's why I say that.
Boom.
So you don't have to feel like I need to explain. I'm not going to go to that meeting. I just want to know what time it was because I have another meeting behind it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to go.
Boom. Period. That's what I want to do.
So that also goes with really, that's also boundaries. I mean, we've talked about that so many times.
Ooh, yes, the boundaries.
But that just actually, taking that just out is actually really controlling your boundaries too.
That's true.
I know I went all the way that way, but I'm serious with when I say that.
Making it,
It does.
I agree.
Yeah. I feel like, what are you going to do to prepare yourself? Is there anything that you're going to do special to like, because this is like what is this, a 2022? Mm-hmm. This happens so quick, you guys.
Mm-hmm. A word.
Is there anything that you
Mecca.
plan on doing to usher in the new year?
In the new year? I haven't thought that far ahead. I haven't.
You just know you want to stop using just.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Maybe I will go through an exercise where I write down what the word using, like how using just has inhibited the communication that I'm trying to put forward, and like sit with that for a minute, and then toss it or something to symbolize I'm letting that go.
That also goes with self-worth.
Yeah.
And I'm going to find out what time so I can make myself available. I just want to find out the time so I can know what to do. Mm-hmm. You know, we use the word just as a way to explain.
Yes.
I know I keep saying that. Yeah.
Overly explain though, or justify.
Justify.
Yeah.
Justify.
Justifying it. Yeah.
We're trying to justify, and we don't have to.
We don't. There you go. Let it go in 2021.
Yeah, let it go. Slide to the side.
Slide to the side.
Someone told me to slide to the side.
I like that. Slide to the side.
Meaning, get out the way.
Mm-hmm. I like that though.
That's what I think. That right there is actually going to be my theme for 2022.
Really? I like it.
So I usually like to have themes and colors that I like to just go with for the year, so it kind of takes a lot of guesswork out of shit. But last year was letting go of limiting beliefs. Mm-hmm. And so this year I did quite a few things to like let go of limiting beliefs, mm-hmm. which was great. I ended up working with this accountability coach that really helped me like move forward with just things that was on my list. Understanding what my limiting beliefs were, and then understanding what my self-sabotaging beliefs were. Ooh. And then how did they link up, and then creating a new belief to eliminate the limiting belief.
I definitely think we need to have a whole conversation about this, for sure.
I agree. And that tremendously was like bomb. Bomb. Yeah. And it's so simple because I don't think, you go with this limiting belief or whatever the belief is, and you literally create stories around it. It becomes your law and your truth, even if there's no evidence to support it. Yeah. And I was just like, as I kept talking about writing it out and we're talking about it, I'm like, this shit don't even make no sense. Really? So I think I'm going to slide to the side for 2022. I'm getting out the way. Okay. Get out the way and see what that does for you.
Okay. All right. So one other thing I wanted to do in 2022 is do a family constellations exercise.
Ooh, what's that?
So from my understanding, a family constellations exercise allows you to Okay, Mecca. So one of the other things I really want to do in 2022 is a family constellations exercise.
Ooh, what's that? Family constellation.
My understanding is that this is an exercise that allows you to channel the energy or the experiences of individuals in your bloodline and kind of understand what kinds of habits or experiences have impacted habits over like generations leading up to you, and how that may be, and it helps to make clear how that is showing up in your life in your present day.
How do they do that?
So I think that it probably varies by facilitator of the family constellation exercise. But my understanding is there's a series of questions that facilitator will guide you through to kind of tap into your current state and then in some way help you to intuit the experiences of individuals in your bloodline. I also understand that some facilitators will leverage other individuals or engage them in the process to help with the channeling of like the intuition and the energy of individuals in your bloodline. So
wait. So you said they will. Okay, let me make sure I understand this correctly. So I'm there as me, the person.
Yeah.
But if I want to know, like my mother or her mother's, whatever, the down the line of my bloodline.
Yeah.
There's this ability to bring in other people so they can channel their energy in?
Yeah, like these other individuals kind of serve as vessels that, and I don't know all the mechanics of it, but that somehow are able to pick up the energy from you and go and explore layer by layer how this showed up and manifested itself in a family member, an ancestor's whatever experience. Yeah.
Okay, so then what happens? You get to ask this person a question, or what happens?
I don't know exactly if you're asking this person a question, more so than you're engaging in some kind of transference of your energy, and they pick up on that, and they are allowing themselves to kind of see and feel or experience whatever it is that they were being asked to channel.
Oh my God. Okay, so did you decide you're going to do it?
I think I'm going to do it because I think that it'll be really helpful in understanding some things generationally in my family that I haven't been able to fully uncover or understand just by asking family members alone.
So you don't even need the family members there?
No, you don't. You could absolutely do this independent of like the individuals that you're hoping to uncover more about.
This sounds amazing.
Yeah, so I'm going to do that in 2022, and I'm really excited about how the experience will go, what I can learn from it, and I'll definitely bring it back to the podcast.
I cannot wait. Like, family constellation. I can't wait to hear about this. All right, so as we end our final episode for 2021, I think this is our 40th or 42nd.
I think it's in there, the 40 plus
episode. If you've enjoyed the content that we've put out and the resources, we kindly ask that you give us a review. Depending on where you listen to us, you could listen to us on YouTube, you could listen to us on the Apple's podcasting app. If you could leave us a review, a like, that really does help us, and we really, really appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave us a review. Let us know. We appreciate it.
Definitely. All right. Signing off.
Catch us next time on Incense and Whiskey.
In the meantime, take a breath, have a sip.